when solving simultaneous equations, you are trying to find a value for x and a value for y which satisfies both of these equations. Now, in order to do that, you need to eliminate either the x values from the equations or the y values. Now, check your equations first and see if there are any terms which are the same as each other. In this case, we have 2x and 2x in both equations. Now, in this case, we have to say to ourselves, how do we make that equal to 0? So, if we've got 2x and another 2x, what would we do to that to make that equal to 0? Well, if we added the terms together, would that equal to 0? No, that would come to 4x. If we take the terms away from each other, that does come to 0. So that tells us we need to take those terms away from one another, and therefore we have to do that to the same with all the other terms as well. And let me show you how. Remove all of this. So, if I do 2x take away 2x, that leaves you with 0 lots of x. 8y take away negative y. Now if I show you here, 8y take away negative y. You know that when you take away a negative, that means that you add, which is going to give you 9y. So that's 9y equals 62 take away negative 1. Again, 62 take away negative 1. That's going to become an add, which gives you 63. And therefore you've got 9y equals 63. Don't need to write that 0x. So you have y equals 7. That is your value for y. Now I'm just going to remove this from here. Got a bit more space for working out. Now, to find our value for x, you need to substitute this term that you've found back into your equation. Now, it doesn't matter whether you substitute it into your top equation or your bottom. I would personally look for the equation which doesn't have any negatives in it if one of them is just positives. So in this case, I'm going to substitute into this top equation. Now, rather than rewriting the equation out again, I now know my value for y. So we have got 2x plus 8 lots of y, so 8 lots of 7 is equal to 62. So 2x add 8 times 7. Now remember, times by 8, double, double, double. So that is 56 equals 62. Now at this stage you can use the flowchart to solve your equation. So you can take 56 away, which leaves you with 6. So you've got 2x, So you've got 2x is equal to 6, and therefore x is going to equal 3. So you've now found a value for both x and for y. Now the final step for the equation is to make sure that both of these values are correct. So I'm going to substitute both of these into the top equation, and hopefully I'll get a value of 62. So if we do 2 lots of x, I now know that x is 3, so I've got 2 lots of 3 plus 8 lots of y. I know that y is 7. That is going to be 2 lots of 3, which is 6, plus 8 lots of 7, which is 56, and that does indeed come to 62. So we know that our values are correct.